時は失われ、時が流れた。
All right, hey, this is Henry Gilbert from GamesRadar.com, and we have Final Fantasy XIII-2, the Japanese version here today. We're going to do a little playthrough of it, and I'm here with
Carolyn Goodmanson, Sophia Tong,
Gary Steinman.
And Carolyn is on the controls as she's played this before in Tokyo, Japan.
Yes.
Well,
and you've logged, Carolyn, the most hours in Final Fantasy XIII.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, so here's Lightning hanging out in Valhalla, outside the time stream, just chilling, guarding stuff.
I think we've seen this in like trailers before.
Yeah, in the first trailer they even showed this. But yeah, this is the whole thing about Valhalla is that nobody can get there because it's outside time. But here's somebody falling through time. Why does that happen? Who is this person?
I think he just wished really, really hard.
Yeah, well, I think we find out later he's from like a world that the last when time ends, and then
he's from the future.
Yeah, super far in the future. Okay, so here's a very angry guy. This is,
was carrying a potentially dead person.
It's gotta be dead. I wonder if they're gonna say that's his sister or his fiance or.
Judging by the age
boob.
difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God,
And that's a new character, right, Carolyn? That's
Caius is new.
He's your usual slightly effeminate, evil badass. So, he is on... Is that Shiva?
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because like summons aren't supposed to be in this game. It's supposed to be replaced with a monster collection, but like in the opening scene we see a couple different summons.
Maybe this is what happens to the summons.
Yeah, maybe they're all just hanging out in Valhalla.
I say when I saw this is like pretty freaking expensive.
Yeah. I wish I knew what was happening.
And this is how they introduce. Well, you know, this is how they introduce you to the game. Like even if you played the first. I mean, he totally pwned Shiva. They're like a transforming motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
But it's not necessary to have finished or even played 13 to get into this one. I think they've been making a big deal about how this will be accessible to people who are coming new to the game.
Yeah, the whole thing in 13-2 is that the history has changed and like there's mysterious forces at work that are like rewriting what happened in 13. So you don't even really need to know the story of 13, I don't think, to get into this.
The past has been destroyed.
And that one character, Noel, is supposed to be kind of your proxy.
Yeah.
The one who...
hey guys, what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly.
Explain
what
happened.
Yeah.
Who's this person?
Right.
The Sarah barely knows anything. The other lead.
She was a crystal like for 98% of 13, so she doesn't know what's going on either.
So it's basically two new characters.
Yeah.
Alright, I love this part.
Yeah.
This is the battle of purple versus pink.
Yeah, I love the purple and pink theme.
I know when we had that, they had a little round table with art people when we saw the game, and they were talking about just the themes. They're just like, when we met together, they just kept saying purple and pink.
Was there any significance to those colors?
Nah, well, I mean, it's just the colors of the two main characters.
Their hair.
Yeah, well, not Lightning. You'd think from that logo, Lightning's the main character, but you don't see much of her in the first 7 hours of the game after this part. Ooh.
Oh.
Nanda.
Man, I could watch these cutscenes all day.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody to go like, Urusei!
Oh, it's like...
Kind of a summon.
So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like
it's
Chaos
Dark Bahamut, I think.
Yeah.
Chaos Bahamut.
But like he transformed into Bahamut, it seems like. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Alright, time for gameplay.
Oh, is it? Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Are we going to
prepared.
prepare for some cinematic action?
Yeah, this is very...
Oh gosh, I gotta wipe my sweaty hands off.
I think all our reflexes are dull right now because we just had a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember thinking this part was pretty cool. What's this horse's name?
Odin.
Oh, it's Odin's horse. Or Odin is a horse?
Yeah, he can transform into a horse. That's like the right, like all the summons and, oh god.
Alright, start with a tutorial.
Skip. Sorry, should I have skipped the tutorial? You guys know what's going on. The
Yeah,
gauge
sure.
fills, you attack.
And they changed the gameplay system a little bit in this one too, right? They tweaked it.
The basic battle system is identical. I think the big change to the battles is the
Quick time, the monster collection.
monster collection and then the quick time stuff. Yeah.
So as you defeat monsters, you collect them into your party. And then,
yeah.
And then do you select which monster is in it, or is it the paradigm that selects?
You can set monsters to your paradigm decks. Like there's a paradigm pack, and you can select up to 3 monsters at a time to be part of your paradigms.
Oh, okay.
And and they kind of take the place of summons. Uh-oh, I gotta pay
It's a
attention, you
cutscene.
guys. Oh gosh,
You'll be
oh wait, I just healed. Oh, thank you.
Even when we played this in English, I don't remember them really explaining why Caius is out to kill everybody.
Yeah, I have a feeling it has something to do with that lady he put in the water.
Yeah, it's got to be his sister.
It seems like a pretty strong reaction, though, to rewrite all of history.
That's just how
I don't
evil
know,
he
I'm
is.
just saying. Oh god, oh, thank you.
Nearly got him.
Alright. Oh, yay.
Let's see how you're. Oh, I thought they were gonna grade me. I forgot her blade like gives off feathers.
Oh, sweet. Uh-oh.
Oh, so here we
Ah.
go, the
This is new,
cinematic
right.
actions.
So they're basically quick time events.
Yeah. And some of them give you choices, and some of them you just have to hit with good reflexes. But some of them, like, I think there's one in here where you get to choose between.
You have to find sometimes the right point to attack. Is that correct? Like, you might be moving
I
around.
don't know.
I know there was a boss fight about 5 hours later that gave you a little trouble.
Yeah.
It was just one of those ones where it's like press X, press Y, or wow.
Yeah, and there was one where if you missed one, it was like game over. But
Enough playing around.
yeah.
Yeah, so smug.
ざれるつもりはない。
Yatta!
Oh, that's good.
I don't know why those numbers are coming off. They don't really. In this fight, those numbers don't matter. They came off. Maybe they will in another fight. Yeah, this guy's just ruining Valhalla.
Yeah, it's like he has no
さす
regard
が
for
は
anyone
女
but
神
himself.
カオスよ、私に力を貸せ。
Oh, he stopped time. Yeah, I missed that in the first time.
So, as someone who's put, what, 70 hours into the last game, something like that, how does it feel coming back to what's essentially the same battle system?
The battle system was probably my favorite part of 13,
Right.
so I'm really happy that they kept it the way it
Right.
was. Oh.
So So you made a choice there.
So that was between like melee or use a gun.
Okay.
And I chose hand to hand because that's
Getting close.
that's
to
how the let's try I missed what that was. There's the gun, yeah. Oh, looks like he can block that gun.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh. I like the way they keep the cinematic action like on the screen, so you know when you can sit back and then when you have to be paying attention.
It's actually pretty handy.
I'm also glad they even just put this in here because the whole, it's no fun to just watch a cutscene these days.
Yeah.
Like, you want to play through it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of tired of QuickTime events, but
That's true, but they spend all this money on the graphics. It's nice to do something while you're standing.
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
But they're not particularly hard, right? They're not particularly taxing.
I think
You might be
later in the game they are, because that meter of like how much time you have to hit it, I think gets faster.
And if you fail, do they bump you back to the beginning of the sequence, or is it
so? In this one, I think nothing really happens because it's the first one of the game. But the first boss battle I played when we were playing in Tokyo, there was a sequence at the end where if you missed one, it bumped you all the way back to the beginning of the boss fight.
Yeah, that was actually kind of poorly designed. Like, I almost wanted to look at the developers who they're like, seriously, like all the way to the beginning, one chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's going to be the difference between easy mode and normal mode or whatever. Is probably if you play easy, it's not going to bump you all the way back.
Or they'll let you screw up a few times at least.
Yeah, exactly.
and she's protecting some dude in Valhalla too, isn't she?
I think she's supposed to be guarding Etro's throne.
Right. So here's Noel. Sounded like she said Christ there too.
His last name is Christ, yeah.
Yeah, boy, they make it pretty obvious. Yeah. You get it, Christ.
I didn't really think about that. Yeah.
Well, Noel with Christmas, and then
his name in the U.S. version is pronounced Noel, though. Like I think it's just the Japanese version that it's Noel.
I prefer Noel. Noel sounds boring.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's so dead after all.
He does look like Fang and Sora had a baby.
A little bit, yeah.
I was just going to say he looked like Sora grown up.
Yeah.
And Carolyn, from what you've played so far, how soon into the game does the world open up to you?
Really quickly. I mean, we played, it was maybe like hour 5 and I was already back at what's it called? That one really expansive one from 13. Like I visited there like within the first few hours.
Grand Pulse?
Yeah, like Grand whatever it is, the our child step or whatever in Grand Pulse. Yeah.
And it's a lot more open. Like you need to teleport between timelines and worlds and fix things in different places.
It's not that whole the issue that some people had running down corridors for so many hours.
Yeah. I think they totally fixed that.
Any towns this time around?
Yeah, so there's tons of towns. I think one of the first actually the very first area you go where Sarah is, it's a pretty traditional JRPG town where you can, talk to NPCs and basically what you'd expect out of a traditional JRPG.
Ride around on a chocobo.
Yeah, you can ride around on chocobo.
We probably won't see her in this early, but I like the merchant who like.
Oh yeah, Chocolina.
Yeah, Chocolina, I love her.
Yeah, she's.
I can't wait to see people start cosplaying as her.
Yeah, there's the shops in the different areas are run by this lady named Chocolina, who's like a Chocobo fangirl, and she like wears
some reason she can travel through time in different eras too.
Yeah,
with you.
She's just there.
Right.
She's totally
they
omnipotent.
They kind of just hang a lantern on it as well. She's like, I'm just here. What?
Do they address that at all? Because it's really funny.
I feel like she sort of addresses it in a funny way. I'm just like, what? Who cares? I'm here. Just let me sell you potions. Or Phoenix Downs.
Do you know if the paradigms themselves are pretty much the same?
They're the same, yeah.
Okay.
All of that is the same.
So if you have played it, you're going to be
and
familiar.
the monsters there's always going to be one monster in your party if you have it equipped, and the monsters fill different roles, just like a party member would, except they can't switch. So like a Flan is like always going to be, say, a Ravager, and
All right, now you're getting graded.
yay.
4-star. All right. You get bonuses.
Oh no, they know we're playing
based
easy
on-
mode.
You get bonuses based
Dang.
on how well you do, right?
Yeah. I hate it when you play easy mode and it just like rubs it in your face every time.
It's like in case you forgot.
I just think it's too bad. They set up Lightning as such a cool lady.
I know,
and
I'm
you
kind of
just
sad
have
that
to,
she's not going to be in there.
Yeah, you've got to abandon her. Like, this is the last time you see her for a long time.
Yeah.
どう攻める？
お前は手を出すな。代わりに頼みがある。セラを導いてくれ。私の妹だ。
She's telling him to find Sarah. Right?
It's her little sister.
扉を越えていけ。あれが何か。
But, so Final Fantasy 13, you know, not to get too
ゲートか。
spoilery, but it didn't end with
なん
her,
で俺が？
didn't end with Lightning here. Right?
Yeah, that's the main point. And at the end of, spoiler alert, at the end of 13, Lightning survives.
And she's with everybody in the normal timeline, not
Yeah.
hanging out in Valhalla.
The only two people that don't make it
未来。
at the end of 13, spoiler, is Vanille and Fang. They get stuck inside the crystal pillar that holds Cocoon up from crashing down onto Pulse. So
you might see that crystal pillar later. I think.
yeah. So, but in
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yay.
Oh.
Moogles are back.
お守りだ。
Oh, that's
that
such
weapon.
a.
渡してく
I
れ。
like that weapon.
That is cool.
yeah.
了解。射止めてみせる。
話はついた。
There comes purple smoke.
返せ。
Oh, he missed it.
扉へ向かえ。時を超えるんだ。
わかった。
You guys got a lot of summons. So there were no Moogles in 13, right?
Well, not really. No. I mean, there were references to Moogles.
やれ。
Well, it's got to be sort of a reference to that, right? Them putting Moogles in there.
Yeah, I think people complained about the
Lack of Moogles.
Yeah.
But like, here, I'll throw you one really early.
Because it's really fun to see what the Moogles look like in each game, and I mean, it was kind of a bummer that
Yeah, you want to see all the extent. You want to see the Chocobos. You want to see
Yeah.
the Moogles. You want to see Cactuars somewhere in there.
Tonberries.
Tonberry.
I
And
know.
now the Tonberries can fight on your side. They
Yeah,
can
that's
stab
awesome.
other people.
Just
and
walk
curse
slowly
other
up and
people.
ding with a chef's knife.
お前にかけよう。ノエル・クライス。
I love how someone just took a picture
時を超える矢となっ
on
て
camera.
セラのもとへ飛んでくれ。私はもうセラを守れないから。
And you just beat the game.
Well, that's it.
Well, you got to play a tiny bit in the 30-minute there.
Yeah. It's better than a lot of opening cutscenes.
True.
At least I got to push some buttons.
Mm-hmm. Usually they'll start you like in a little box to walk around in. Oh. Now we're somewhere else.
時は流れる。私が存在しない世界で時代は移り変わっていく。
So this is New Bodum. It's like the residents of Cocoon rebuilt their old town on Pulse.
Because Cocoon had to crash. And,
Well, I don't know what the status of Cocoon actually
Landed
is.
there?
Well, this is a meteor, or
Oh.
whatever the technical term is. Meteorite. asteroid.
真実の記憶は
Celestial body.
お前の
Giant
中にしか
crystal.
ない。
Yeah, giant. I guess that's more accurate. It's a giant crystal.
Now Sarah's having some bad dreams.
Yeah.
What a thing to wear to bed.
Yeah, I know.
I like the camera angle. It just kind of zooms
Oh
out.
gosh.
お姉ちゃん戦ってた。
So.
Oh wait, now her clothes are going to change. I forgot. It's an even weirder.
何なの
It's like a new outfit. Sweet.
Yeah, she asks what a lot. That's kind of her thing.
Yeah. Well, I would ask what too. If all of a sudden my clothes just changed.
何が起こってるの
All right. So.
So now you can finally directly control her.
All right. I can't read that fast. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. So yeah, so this is more of a typical town. Should we check what's in here?
That's just the door, huh?
When it says live like that, what does that mean?
So yeah, so we get to choose
Oh,
what we
yeah.
want to do now.
I forgot that was a new thing too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of
Multiple
BioWare-y.
responses. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so
seems
you have
inspired.
options.
And there's actual repercussions for your choices.
I don't know.
As
Maybe
far as
not
I
story repercussions, but maybe items or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just remember people saying things slightly different, like, "Oh, is that what you think?" Instead, or like, "Yeah, I agree with you." Like,
I think there's probably some minor repercussions.
Can I run?
it's got to be a run.
Can't go this way. Really? Really, Sarah?
Yeah.
There's such a tiny thing there.
Oops, I pressed square. Oh, there we go. Hello. Yay.
It's quite a jumper.
I forgot there was a jump button.
Good thing she jumped over that.
You're just not used to jumping in Final Fantasy games. Though was there a jump button in 13?
There was an action button.
There
though,
was
to get
there was like little circles on the ground wherever there were spots where you could jump, and yeah, you just like roll over those.
Right, you would just push forward, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to push
No
a button.
platforming
think so.
sequences or anything.
Right.
Yeah, they still have those in oh gosh.
Oh, you better make a choice.
Something.
Triangle.
Should we go triangle?
Yeah.
What do you think, Takeshi? Triangle?
He's the only one that can read it.
I don't think. Well,
Carolyn
I
can
read it.
comprehend it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. What do you think? Circle?
Circle.
All right.
What was the choice? Oh.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna make much of a difference because.
They don't always do it.
Can I jump in the stream? No,
Yeah,
I
try.
can't.
No?
I can't.
One of those
So you just-
nightmares where you're stuck in walk animation.
Yeah.
Slightly wounded and scared with her arms folded up.
It's a nice beach though. When it's not covered in.
I guess when
No,
it's not covered in like evil
miasma.
spirits and
yeah.
So Sarah is the only one that can remember what really happened in 13. So everyone kind of thinks she's crazy already for thinking that like.
Oh yeah. Well, also she's like, "Hey, where's my fiance?" And everybody's like, "What are you talking about?"
At least team, was it Nora? Is still here?
Yeah.
You have cool hair.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, if
Who's
you're a
that
big,
guy?
That's Atlas, I think.
if you're a big fan of all the characters in 13, you're gonna be kind of sad because they barely appear.
Yeah, we've seen them in trailers and stuff. Like they've shown brief glimpses of like Fang and Vanille who look aged, and then
You see Hope, I know.
why is
But then
she?
Sarah hasn't aged a bit.
She was a crystal. Oh, no, wait. No, that doesn't make sense.
So this is 3 years after the events of the end of 13. So like she shouldn't really be aged or anything at this point.
So she's been a teacher this whole time.
Yeah.
We probably won't see that, but they talk about how she's very strict with homework.
Yeah.
And you get to search for her cat.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that they added jokey options in those live triggers. Like, there's one where, like, Noel's like, what's keeping you in this village? And she can say, like, my cat is the only thing I live for.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, really? So I thought this was a crossbow, but I was given a lesson that it's actually just a regular bow.
They're so thick in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like a crossbow.
Ooh,
but yeah, she
a
does
sword that's like double swords. That's pretty cool.
I think a crossbow you have to shoot like a gun.
Yeah.
Whereas a regular bow, even if it's small like that, you still have to pull it back and release. A crossbow is basically a gun bow.
Yeah.
Well, and once you have like Noelle in your party with her, like you can choose one of them to be the lead. Like it doesn't always have to be Sarah, and so it can be Noelle who answers silly questions too.
Oh, okay. And that's how it was in 13. You could pick. You could pick anyone to be your party leader. And what's great in 13 too also is that if your leader dies, because like in 13, if the leader died, you got a game over. But in this one, it just goes to the next person in the party.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All
right, so the paradigm shift is back.
Let's skip. Everyone knows how to paradigm shift.
Yes, totally. So this just came out in Japan. That's why we have this version. But I didn't realize that like that week, the second week in December, seems to be the Japanese equivalent of like November 15th in America. Like everything came out that way. Well, not everything, with this and the newest Monster Hunter and the PS Vita. Like it was a big week.
Shopping season.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they don't have Thanksgiving, so they don't need to prep like a month beforehand to kick off the shopping holiday.
Yeah. They don't have Black Friday, so I had heard varying rumors of truth on this, that like that KFC is like everybody has Kentucky Fried Chicken for Christmas.
That's just one of those weird traditions
that you have to like order them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like,
KFC for Christmas?
There were definitely a lot of commercials over there for KFC.
Yeah, I thought
a bit of just a cultural tradition that has nothing to do with any culture. Really.
Where am I going?
It's KFC.
I did see a KFC commercial that was like it was two Japanese ladies, but one was playing Colonel Sanders. And
I saw that too.
I should have posed for the Colonel Sanders mascots they had standing around. That would have made a good picture.
I like these little flies. They're not doing any real damage. They're just
hanging out,
taking little nips.
I like their wings too. The game still looks amazing.
Yeah.
It does, and it just seems like there's so much going on at all times.
Looks so expensive.
There's so much like sensory input with numbers flying everywhere and characters running around.
I like the big numbers.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're doing things even when you're not.
You're pressing X.
I might have to kill a few more of these. What's that? Oh yeah, there's Cocoon.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh, do you get back attack? Or is he just...
I don't think we've... Oh yeah, that's another thing that's new in 13.2 is there's a Mog Clock. I think we're going to get acquainted with that after this, but like there's a whole like... In 13 you could get preemptive strikes occasionally, like if you snuck up on enemies, but there's a whole Mog Clock that tells you now when you're going to get preemptive strike, when it's going to be normal, and when the enemies are going to get a preemptive strike on you. So it like changes from like green to yellow to red or whatever, so you can kind of sneak up on enemies a little more to get bonuses. But I don't think we have that yet. I don't think Sarah knows that the bow she's holding is actually a Moogle.
Yeah. Then soon he'll pop up and be like, "Hey, Kupo."
So yeah, there's Cocoon over there. It's kind of pretty.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you recognize it from the logo of 13. I love how FF logos always give big spoilers. I'm like, I never like looking at the logo because I'm always like, there's gonna be some spoiler in the logo.
Yeah, I never thought of that,
Yeah.
but it is, well, not all, I mean.
Not in 13-2, actually. I mean,
Yeah.
unless there's something that, it's like, it's always one of those things where you don't realize it's a spoiler till after you've seen the spoiler.
I'm guessing the end of the game will probably, I haven't seen past the first 6 hours, but I would bet at some point, probably near the end, you're gonna go back to that world and help Lightning fight Caius.
Yeah. Because the logo for 13-2 is just Lightning and Caius, so
Yeah.
that can't, unless, I don't think that's gonna be a spoiler.
But yeah, the logo of 7 has the meteor that's gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
And I forget. Well, 8 has just those two hugging, and like it's not. I mean,
Well,
Well, you know they'll end up together.
yes,
Or
yeah.
Doom.
Oh, wait.
so pretty.
Oh, look at
Okay,
that carnage on the
let's see.
beach.
So much damage from that. Is that Lightning's necklace? I can't remember. Isn't that or Snow's? I feel like that necklace matters to somebody.
Probably.
I cannot remember.
The accessories are very important in 13.
Yes. Well, they got to make them important so people will buy them.
Merchandising.
みんな揃ったな
Well, accessories have always been important since Final Fantasy VII, I feel.
Since Nomura's ascendance, basically.
Yeah.
Accessories, zippers, and lots of
Belts.
pockets and belts
And asymmetry.
and half shirts and three-quarter shirts.
I do miss, what was that guy's name? Yashitaka Amano.
Yeah.
I liked his designs better.
Well, they've definitely, I think in 13 there was definite shift to making things more wearable
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
they could sell things.
Well, that's also,
Cosplay is easier.
that's also because Nomura he's working more on Versus 13 than 13-2, so this is more of the 10 team working
ノエ
on
ル・クライ
this.
ス
それだけ？
おうそうだ俺とりあえずそいつに言ってやって
Oh,
Here it
yeah.
comes.
Koopa.
モーグリのぬいぐるみ？
Oh, he's not a toy. He's a real boy.
Oh, that is adorable. I forgot she like pokes his tummy. Oh,
So cute.
Yeah, that is cute how she just is always running around with a Moogle like that.
Don't turn into a bow.
もしかして
Though it does imply more like childishness from Sarah.
Yeah,
Which makes it seem even weirder that like she's gonna marry Snow or she was going to.
She does
like,
look really young.
お姉ちゃんから
while
どう
Snow
か
is like I don't know. C comes off as a bit older.
それ
Yeah.
からいい席に
She had to fill the little sister role in 13, so it kind of makes sense.
So now she has to step up to the
Yeah.
role now her sister's out.
よく覚えてないんだ
A lot of this plot seems to be like her. The start of the game is just her finally like accepting a leader role or
She accepts
like
it
wanting.
really quick though. She's like, no, I can't. Sarah,
Okay.
save or Lightning, save me. And then, oh, I got a bow. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll fight. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
お姉ちゃんはそこで生きている。出会ったばかりのノエルの言葉を思わず信じそうになった。
Nice looking palm tree.
そんなことありえないのに。今でもはっきり思い出せる。スノーとの結婚を祝福してくれた
It's got quiet pretty
お姉
fast.
ちゃんの笑顔。
Those floating
Giant
Yeah, I
orbs
want to go
with
see
items.
those treasure chests.
それは幻。
Treasure orbs.
クリスタルの眠りの中で私だけが見た幻。お姉ちゃんはもういない。3年前崩れかけたコクーンを守る犠牲になった
Yeah, so it
お
starts
姉ちゃ
here
んはクリスタルの柱になっ
3
て
years after
今でも
Cocoon
コク
came
ーンを支
down,
えてる。
but I think pretty
それ
soon
が現
it
実なのに
diverges like wildly. You go like way in the past, way in the future.
Would be futures, would be past.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things is seeing different places and different time periods looking dramatically different.
And again, for those of us who didn't
前だけ
play
じゃわからない
or
よ
finish 13,
あ
and
なたがどういう
a few of us in this room are guilty of that. It's
Yeah.
there's no barriers to entry here. There's no
Oh, trophy!
Yay!
Yeah, a little introduction. They barely need any introduction.
now you're
I know. See, you can talk to people now.
怪しいかな
Couldn't do that before?
Not really.
Well, you had brief moments in corridors where you sort of
Walk
you
by
didn't
them
know.
どこから来た
And they'd start yapping at you.
But not the usual, like, here's an NPC walking
Right.
in circles. Like,
Right.
I
miss that.
獲物を追って放浪生活生まれた時から
生まれた時からまさかパレスの出身
That's pretty good lip sync.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how it's going to look in the English localization.
They always do a good job.
Yeah, they lip sync
I
everything
mean,
again.
Square doesn't mess around with that for the most part.
I say they've really like closed the with 13 and 13-2. They really closed the localization gap they used to have.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be like 6 months, but now it looks closer to 3.
Yeah, working more in parallel instead of we're done. Now you get started.
Yeah, I wonder if that's how they do it with Kingdom Hearts.
どうかした
So that was a Moogle clock that showed up.
Yeah, so that just shows your proximity to. Can I go down here?
Yeah, there's still
to
monsters
enemies and
hanging
stuff.
around.
Yeah, we could go see how that works. I don't feel like fighting monsters anymore, though. So, at least we can't avoid
Oh, the
them,
monsters are
really.
invisible.
They still appear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you went to one world that was like very pastoral and like
Yeah,
you just had
that was that our child step
right, you
with
had
the
to,
sheeps.
Yeah, you had to you had just to mention like get 5 sheep.
Yeah.
And then there was a
Pluck
giant
their
dinosaur,
walls.
wasn't there?
Uh,
I can't remember.
yeah, there was
So long
a
ago.
beast of some
焼けた
description.
きたもんだ セラ無事でよかったぜ
That kind of reminds me of the
隕石の周りから
Final Fantasy X character.
Waka?
that-
Waka.
Oh, yeah,
Waka
he
with the
is a bit
volleyball.
Waka-esque.
The hair.
Waka,
the
who was
muscles.
voiced by the voice of Bender.
Yeah, I was gonna say the guy who's voiced by
Really?
Bender.
Yeah.
I did not like Waka. I also messed with
I
his
liked
character
Waka.
really. Oh, I can't.
Did you
No.
mess
He
up
got
his
to throw
character?
volleyballs at people.
I didn't like his character, and then I totally messed up his part of the sphere grid, like irreparably.
Yeah, but you're punishing him for your own sphere
Oh, he
grid
was just dumb.
missteps.
I probably did it subconsciously because I didn't like his
Oh, so-
character.
You're like you're not gonna be on
So
my
you
team
undermined
anyway.
it. You,
Yeah.
yeah.
大将どんなやつだ
Noel's coming in strong.
Yeah. That's what's weird to me. That like you think with this pairing of Noelle and Sarah, they're gonna like imply some love story between them, but they don't really do that. I didn't see.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. Well, I mean, Snow isn't dead.
Yeah, Snow's
So
still
I guess
around.
there's that. I don't know,
Well-
and they haven't really explained what the deal is with. I guess maybe Snow remembers some of the stuff that happened.
I thought she helped him remember though. Doesn't like he
Yeah.
doesn't remember when she first meets him.
he
and
kind of went semi crazy. Like it seemed
yeah,
like.
the old crazy amnesia.
There was, I mean, in 10-2 as well, there was less of the kind of romantic melodrama. Obviously,
So there's like
10-2
three girls.
was, was certainly sillier or on the outside sillier than this is, but
俺にも見えるだから
I
夢
like
じゃ
the sillier tone. I think that's
yeah,
one of the.
it's lighter and it's more fun,
Yeah.
more accessible.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you work through the first one, now you get to
Yeah, the first one was pretty serious.
Yeah, 13 was so serious. Like it took itself so seriously.
Right.
There was like no humor at all.
so now you get to have a little more fun with it.
Yeah.
You
There
get to
are
have fun with the
Moogles.
battle system.
Yeah. I can't walk
Exactly.
by a treasure chest. I'm sorry.
I know, it's like a
It's just
A
asking
game
for it.
Yeah,
pub-
and you can
pub
throw
lobby.
the Moogle now. If you see a treasure chest that's like
Throw a
way in the
Moogle.
distance, I don't.
They haven't
can't
taught
we
you that yet.
They haven't taught us that yet.
I remember that.
Sorry, but yeah, like if
kinda
you see
mean.
one way in the distance,
Oh, right
you're like, I
there,
don't know how to
down
get
there
that.
in the water. Let's see if they teach you that right there.
Oh, maybe they will.
Well, no, I think it's time for a boss fight.
軍が消えた
Or maybe
I don't
not.
remember there being a boss fight
I
here.
thought you fight Atlas at night in this kind
Oh,
of
do
thing.
you? Oh yeah.
See,
Oh, I forgot about this.
and then it goes to daytime, and you talk about whether you want to touch the thing that transports you into space or not. All right, let's do this.
Oh god.
He's got one hand tied behind his back.
I can't read all that. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I just love the absurdity of this battle system where it completely defies logic and physics. I mean, there's internal game logic, obviously, but just the way Noel just is jumping up there and hitting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Whatever
really
looks good.
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
I like that. I love that commitment to just visual awesomeness.
It always makes you feel like you're doing a lot,
Right.
even though you may not be.
There's so much feedback, basically.
Get ready to heal.
Shift that paradigm.
Yeah, let's see what paradigms do I have. Wow, the names are all different. I don't know.
Well, there's a...
I'm scared. I think attacker is commando, and then blaster is ravager. Is that right?
Probably.
I'm
Well, who's the healer, though? Because defender's not a healer, right?
Just the shield.
They're just a
Is
tank.
that sentinel?
Yeah, sentinel.
I need a medic.
Like, where's the healing one?
Oh, I can use a potion. How do I do that?
You're wearing them down anyway.
Item. Use quickly. Okay. I
And
should
that
use
didn't
2
do enough,
potions.
yeah.
Let me use another one.
Now
I can't read that fast. It's scary. No! No!
Oh no!
There you go.
Yeah, but now you already need
Oh,
another
no.
potion.
Oh, I got
alright.
it.
Look at that.
There you go.
Only 2 stars though.
3 stars. There's 3.
Okay.
Fragment discovered.
So,
Oh yeah, when you fix time, that's when you get the fragments, and then you have to go to some other place and then collect them all.
Throw that Moogle.
I can't. I don't know how. It seems like we just met. I don't think we're at the throwing phase of our relationship.
I think they didn't. I think they didn't introduce that until the world where you first meet Snow, the one with the those slimy guys.
Yeah,
What are those called?
the flans.
Flans. Yeah.
Well, is that
Or
enough for
flans.
one day? Is that enough FF12?
13-2.
There are 13-2.
Yeah.
What number are we on?
I guess this would be 15, wouldn't it? If you were.
I only count the real Final Fantasies,
Okay,
so I guess
so then
this
this
would
is
be
real
I guess
13.
this would be 11.
Okay, so you're not counting. Well, if you count 10-2,
The MMOs and
Yeah.
if you count 10-2, it's still.
Oh no. So if the enemy gets you before they get a little advantage.
Maybe we should finish.
Yeah, let's call it a day. So,
yeah.
All right, well, this
game
was a lot of
comes
fun.
out, what, January 31st?
January
Yeah,
31st in
January
America,
31st.
February 3rd in the UK and Europe. And we'll probably be seeing more of this. It comes out on PS3 and 360. We're playing the PS3 one before, but yep. So stay tuned for more on Games Radar. Bye.
bye.
Bye.